project.
Okay, run it
now
back.
we're really good.
into
Now
it.
people can watch it.
Oh my God, let's run it back.
Yeah, so we've got Chef Taylor Roden here, and I'll use this joke again.
For the people who didn't
For
see
the
it
people
first
that were
time.
watching my private feed, Demetri
Perezzo,
who I assumed from our
this is gonna
from our first conversation, I assumed was a tiny. All right, we're good to go now.
We're good. We're out here.
Was a small Mexican prep chef, essentially.
He's not a chef.
Well,
Don't ever say it again.
I'm so sorry. Show's
over.
Fuck. Hey guys, it was great while it lasted.
I hope everyone enjoyed.
So
glad
anyway, you were
everyone tuned
explaining how you got your, because you're like I said, you're a Kurt Fields you're the whitest guy I ever met in my life. How do you have such an exotic name?
I don't know. Okay, my first name is from a movie. Like my mom saw it in the delivery room.
What movie?
Anastasia.
Dude, talk about a last second fucking thing like, oh, I don't know what to name. What's on the TV right now?
Playing, she's like,
Demetri.
that one. We're gonna call him that, and it just stuck legally. So
shit, dude,
is
that
what we're
was
gonna
call him whatever's on the TV.
Spell it how you want to. I don't even care.
Dude, look, just
People mess it up all the time. It's
all right.
fine.
So that explains the first name. Now talk about the last name.
I really don't know.
He thinks he's Irish, but he's not. Because
Well-
he drinks a glass of wine and he's fucked up. There's no way he's Irish.
Anyways, but I don't know.
But he also
He's
thinks
got
he's
the-
German.
At the complaint, he
He
could
has
be
no
either.
idea.
It could be either.
We'll find out one day. I'll go on like Ancestry.com or 23andMe and just spit into it too. Be like, what am I?
Sir,
Fix this.
internet man.
Please tell me where I came
I
from.
just need to know for personal reasons. and
So
research.
okay, all right. So your name? Where was your? You said you got your name from your step grandpa.
Yeah, my step grandfather who was never in our
I
lives.
didn't even know it was a thing.
Wow, a stepfather that was worth passing the name on wasn't even in your lives.
No, God, no. He was like a trucker over the road. He was like an alcoholic and like just not.
But he had
That's what
enough
every trucker
power
is.
to be like, my stepchildren and their grandchildren would have my name.
He married my grandfather. He married my
You
grandmother.
married your grandfather. Holy shit.
Fuck, dude, this is getting deep.
Crazy already.
He married my grandmother.
Did wield a lot of power.
Married my grandmother, and like she just kept his last name. And my mom, my aunt, and uncle had his last name, and then just passed on down to me. And then when my mom got married to my stepdad, she took his last name, and I just kept her maiden name. So,
Man, okay.
Yeah. So
Dude, your life is fucked.
no
For real.
shit, Sherlock. Technically, if we're going off like father's maiden names, like my last name should be like Winkler.
Dude, that makes
That'd
a
be
lot
so
more
much
sense.
cooler.
Yeah, dude, you're
Demetri
dude,
Winkler.
you were definitely related to the Fonz. You're a total
That is so
Winkler.
much, you should actually just erase like your last name and put Winkler.
Demetri Winkler.
That's so much cooler.
Is infinitely better.
Yeah.
I didn't pick the last name. I'm just saying if we're going
Dude,
off.
if-
But you can change it.
Okay,
That's a lot of legal work.
but
cares?
it's worth it. That's so cool.
Already have it.
All right,
Set up
I
with
need
this last
I
name.
need everyone on my Facebook right now to tell me if Demetri Winkler is a better name
It
than
definitely
Demetri
is. I'm not
Perezzo.
saying it's not. but
I'm
I
saying,
think he needs to change his name.
Yeah.
So
I
you
like
guys
it.
let me know what you think,
It really
because
matters what I
we're gonna
think
get this
I
done.
thought.
I think we're a
We're
little
gonna get
past
this
that. We've asked the Facebook audience now, so the ball's in their court
The
right
people
now.
are gonna change my last name legally. Go like,
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
start a GoFundMe account. Why not? I'll change my last name legally.
Yeah, what would it be, $200?
Yeah.
I think that's all it costs to change your name.
Yeah, it's not even expensive.
Hell, I'll get out. You got $100?
I'll do it right now.
I got
Go to
$100. Hey,
The whole legal process. Call
dude,
my dad. Be like, hey,
you could be part of the Winkler dynasty, which is basically just Henry
Yeah.
and
I
the
don't
Fonz.
think that's. I get it though. I
No,
get it.
that's probably a stage name.
Probably nobody really has his last name, so it's like
I wonder what his real name is. I mean, again, though, he looks like a Winkler, and you could be Fonz related.
thank you.
Like,
I'm taking that as a compliment, no matter how you say it or believe it.
he could be a
It is-
Winkler. I'm just saying.
It's fine. Russell, we're gonna leave it alone. Next
Winkler.
subject.
No, I'm going to stay on this Henry Winkler thing. So you jumped there. So your dad jumped the shark, right?
Yeah, clearly just went straight for it. But no, like it's just a long list of people
I
changing
just-
last names, and I just get stuck with this one.
Honest to God, I thought you were somebody that was following Taylor into my place. I was like, that is not the tiny ethnic
brought a homeless man.
the tiny ethnic man I assumed was going to be coming over later.
No, definitely not a tiny ethnic, man. Just tall, really big wajite, man.
Yeah, wajite, washita. If you ever watch Dances with Wolves,
Oh yeah,
it's the Lakota word for a white
my
man.
mom watched that shit all the time.
Washita.
Like 3 or 4 times a year.
Oh, really?
She
a
loves
big
that movie.
Big Cosner fan?
I don't know. I think she just really likes that movie.
I bet
It's a good movie.
Well, it's a great movie, but I mean, you really got to invest some time.
Yeah. And I normally
Tatanka.
comes out. They normally
Tatanka.
start airing that like right now, pretty much.
Why?
What
Like-
do you think?
You know, Thanksgiving.
It's the holiday,
Indians.
baby. You know.
No, just white people ruin everything.
Right.
Really.
That's how we show sorrow. We show
We're
Dances
sorry,
with
we'll
Wolves.
play TV.
We'll play that Kevin Costner 1990 classic,
It's a great
Dances
one.
with Wolves. Oh, I love it.
I watch it.
I think it's a real
at least
treat.
every year, once.
Just once?
Yeah.
Mm.
I watch Elf as soon as Christmas happens.
I got a problem with Elf, but
Why? It's a great
don't
Christmas
understand.
movie.
it's
amazing.
childish.
It's
It's
Exactly.
immature.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for having a child side and my
Look,
bad, man.
Puts fucking
Demetri
syrup on his
Alvarez,
pasta.
Perez. I'm getting closer.
Did you see how fast he made those snowflakes? You can't tell
Oh.
me that's not impressive.
You made some pretty quick snowflakes.
Have you seen? He's talking about the movie Elf.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that's how little I've seen it.
He hasn't even watched the movie.
No,
He just
I've
doesn't
seen
like
it
the name
once, but I
Elf.
said, I have, look, I'll admit I look like an idiot here.
Okay, so I'm assuming you are a National Lampoon's guy.
100%. I'm a Clark Griswold.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. I like Home Alone, and I like
Do you watch all
Christmas
the Home Alones
Story.
every year?
You like the
No.
Christmas Story?
yeah, absolutely.
I do
hate
too.
that
I watch
movie.
it every year.
I watch the marathon. I probably watch it 3 times a year
hate it.
on Christmas Eve.
prize. It's fragile.
Dude, that's how I felt. That was when I was doing the Sunday paper this morning. I was channeling my inner dad from the Christmas Story. You know, when
Yeah.
he's flipping the paper down to see what's going on and pulling it up.
Yeah.
That's what I was channeling.
I think since I was a little kid, my favorite scene is still meatloaf, double beetloaf. I think that's my favorite part. I don't think it'll. I hate meatloaf. That's like my favorite part.
What a little shit.
I never liked that movie. I
Oh.
always-
Never. Oh, will you?
So the only reason I never really liked it is because like every time it was on like ABC Family, which is now like some other show now, but that's the only Christmas movie they would ever play. So it was like
Well, they did the marathon. They did the marathon
Yeah,
Christmas
24
Eve.
hours.
Yeah, and I love it. I watch it 3 or 4 times during
Yeah.
that. And I catch it. You got to leave it on, and then you come in the room at different points. Oh, it's great. It's
Yeah.
part of the holiday tradition.
You piece the movie together after a
Yeah.
12-hour day.
Yeah. After 12
finally
hours,
watched
you've
it
seen
all.
every scene.
Yeah.
I hate it. Nope.
It's amazing.
No.
Oh, man. Well, they
it's
started-
got to be Elf, and then like I don't care. I
Elf
Christmas
is not in the
Chronicles.
same caliber as either of these
What
movies.
is it? Christmas Chronicles?
No, I
People
love
like that
Polar
one too.
Explorer. I love Polar Express.
Dude,
Yeah.
are you 4? What? What is this?
Awful.
You like Elf and the Polar Express?
And How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, which one?
The one with Jim Carrey.
Jim
All
Carrey.
right, that's
See,
a good
that's
one.
That's a
the
pretty
only
good one. Just
Yeah.
because Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Well, Jim Carrey made the whole character, so yeah, it's all about Jim Carrey.
that was his real smile. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've seen him actually do like the entire.
I've seen that Facebook video.
We all have. It.
Haven't we all? Haven't we all?
I love that movie. That movie is always gonna be the best.
Yeah, I'm quite the fan.
Can you quit?
So
dying over there?
besides talking shit on Demetri,
Yeah, we don't want to do that the whole time. Although we could.
You guys
could, yeah,
Don't
we
you
did
forget
that.
it. Don't you
even-
fucking forget it.
everyone knows that we could. Let's see. What
But
do we
hey,
dive into?
how's your first week, 2 weeks of business been?
It was very busy. Very,
good
very
thing,
busy,
right?
which is definitely a good thing. So thanks
Did it
everyone
fly by?
that came out. No, because my days are 16 or however many hours now.
Yeah, those do start to add up.
But, I slept for 2 hours going into a Saturday, which is, whatever. But, like I said, that's part of it.
Then you
So,
spend your free time here
Yeah. Yeah, this is the life now.
Or at
unwinding.
the restaurant when he has a vision.
This is chill
Yeah,
though.
this is chill.
This is chill
very,
though.
Very
We're
chill.
not working. There's no saute pans. There's no bowls
That's
for
gotta
me
be
to
nice.
reorganize. You know,
For Demetri to
Yeah.
reorganize.
For me
I
to
just
get a
needed
phone call.
I just needed his vision on how they looked. That's all I called him.
Hey,
for.
no,
Hey,
you're
this
just-
isn't something I can send you a picture either. I need you to come in and I need you to look at them.
Feel every bowl to see if it's.
I need you to make sure that they're right.
Are you catching the same aura that I am?
So when you grab for one, do you see how that feels? Now come feel this real quick.
It has to feel right.
You need to get the timing down from this bowl to this bowl to this bowl.
All right, let's run drills. Let's go.
I got 3 stacks. Come
I need
on.
these set. I need 4 plates
Yeah.
set right now from this position. Right, let's
Got to
go.
make sure it's easy for everyone.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Demetri's everyone.
Apparently so at this point.
It was busy, and that was good.
That's awesome. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of people, a lot of regulars.
People that, we had our regulars, of course, but then we also had the people that have been kind of waiting for me to do this. Come in, which is good.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds pretty cool.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just been a good time so far. And, I hope to get busier. If that's even possible.
I was going to say, yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess you could be.
Saturday night, we couldn't have set anyone else.
Is that the first time?
Yeah, we literally could not seat anyone else.
As far as before, did it get to that position a lot? Or no? Okay. So that was first time probably a long time?
Like every seat in the restaurant, including the bar, was full.
Oh, like a Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was that situation.
Unlike a Logan's Roadhouse where we met.
Yeah. So that was good.
That's awesome. Any complaint? Like you're keeping the menu pretty much the same?
Yeah, I mean, there's no complaints really. There was like one complaint that someone said that they didn't like the carbonara because there's no cream in it. But
isn't that like
who cares?
Fuck you.
It's like who fucking cares? You're either gonna like it or not.
Yeah, buzz off.
Yeah.
That's
so. Other than that, no,
same with this. Yeah, if you don't like this show, you can buzz off too. That's how I get off my invasive Facebook Live.
I'm gonna put this back on private.
Yeah, I will. Don't you threaten it.
I'll turn this shit off right now.
We'll restart.
It's been good. So
it's been busier.
He lost
his voice on Saturday. It was the best.
From yelling? Are you verbally abusing your employees? Now, be honest.
Probably.
No.
Probably.
Ooh. Yeah. So, you see yourself more as the chef? Which one's the one that yells? Is that Gordon Ramsay? You see yourself more as a Ramsay or a Bourdain? I don't assume Bourdain yelled a lot. I feel like he was cool.
Definitely not Ramsay.
Okay. Confirmed?
But at the same time, it's like Ramsay doesn't. From what I've been told, Ramsay doesn't really do that.
Oh, you think that's all show?
It is a fucking show. That's all. That's
that's good TV though.
Yeah, people love that shit. Yeah. And they go to Hell's Kitchen in real life, and they're like, "This isn't actually how he
Where's
is."
the yelling?
Yell louder! Yell louder!
Dude, this isn't This isn't Dixie Stampede, dude. You can't come in here for a show.
Yeah, there's this one video of this lady who wanted her steak cooked to different temperatures. She was like, "Oh, I wanted this medium rare," and he's like. She walked up to Gordon Ramsay as he was like actually doing the TV show and like talking to all the kitchen staff about like how they have to cook and just yelling at him. And she comes up and she whistled at him. And he yelled at her. He goes, "Don't whistle at me like I'm a fucking dog."
Yeah, dude, I would probably respond the same way though.
And then he told her to piss off.
Yeah, of course.
He's like,
classic.
Go fucking piss off.
What was that one where he did like the Coke test in the bathroom? Did you ever see that one?
No.
Where his employees kept going to the bathroom, so he walked in there with like a cocaine tester, and he wiped the top of the toilet lid, and it still paused for cocaine. He goes, "What's going on here?" He just tore his kitchen step a new one. Dude, it was wild.
The idiot sandwich is
that's
up there.
Oh, well, that's meme level.
Yeah, that's
classic right there.
But he did it on a TV show.
Yeah. But you have to do that if you're doing that type of thing.
I mean... See, the thing is you keep yelling at people, you're going to have to eventually step it up. You can't just keep yelling the same insults. You got to eventually start throwing shit.
Yeah.
You get yourself in this cycle where you have to keep pushing the boundaries to keep entertainment.
It also shows like the videos of him like being super super nice to like some of that.
Well, nobody watches those though.
I
only watch nice Gordon Ramsay.
Like I have to deal with a jerk all day long, anyways. Might as well deal with the nice
Some people are nice.
And you see a lot of the videos where it's like, and it's videos, interview stuff like that, where people are like, "No, he's like actually legitimately one of the best people to work for." And
I imagine. I mean, he's got the bankroll to pay you every week.
A shit ton of Michelin stars, and
does he really?
Yeah, he has like 16.
So is that how they? I mean, he was a legitimate chef,
yeah.
And they found. How does that? Okay, so I'm going to stop you because I don't really understand the Michelin thing. Now I know it's made by the guy that did the Michelin tires. Like he was also big into food, so I know he did the stars thing. But I thought it got up to like 5. How?
No, it's 3.
Oh, 3.
3 is the maximum.
But 3-star General Mineral.
Yeah, per restaurant. So Gordon Ramsay has
so many
have restaurants that are Michelin.
What's the most ever? Is it him?
He has the most.
Really?
Yeah, he's had the most for a long time.
So, but that's an odd number with 3. So some of it are less.
Yeah, because you can get like 1, 2, or 3 stars.
Right. So do you know which one's not?
There's a couple in Vegas
Sounds
that
like
I think are 1. But the one that he originally opened in London, that one's always been 3. Forever since he opened that one. So restaurant Gordon Ramsay.
What's his like specialty?
Beef Wellingtons.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like,
I mean,
it's
I
just like-
fucking knew that. That was a dumb question.
Like beef Wellingtons. I mean,
Isn't that like an open beef sandwich?
It's like a.
Or am I way off there?
No, it's like a
kinda looks
pastry wrapped.
It looks like a fancy
Tenderloin.
corn dog.
That's, like that's not what it looks like at all.
It's a beef corn dog. All right.
It's like a fancy corn dog.
It's a
Hold on,
fancy-
It's
You keep talking.
it takes a long it takes a long time to make them,
So,
and they're hard to make.
do you make it all? Want you put like the raw meat inside the?
Yeah, you
So the
sear
cooking is probably tough.
you sear the tenderloin. You know, you
I
sear
mean, it's
the
a pretty fancy corn dog.
Yeah. you sear the tenderloin and then you.
You're trying to tell me right now if you didn't shove a stick up one side of that.
Have you had that?
No.
I've never. That looks pretty good though.
I've had one beef Wellington in my life.
Now is one being a slice, or you get the
No,
whole
you
log?
get like they make like even at his restaurant they make like smaller ones and
Mm-hmm.
then they cut it in half and then
So could you split a log of beef Wellington with the group? Is that
you
acceptable
could. Like, if
socially?
you're doing a tasting, then you probably could. But yeah,
So when you
He's like,
order a log of Wellington, you get a little nice portion size. It's
nice
not like a
meat log.
nice. It's like a meat. It's a fancy ass meatloaf. Is really what it is.
Pretty much, yeah,
Breading.
kind of.
More so than a corn dog, but I could see where
dog's
Simpleton
way
would
off.
be confused with a corn dog.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
sorry guys. Forgot meatloaf was above corn dog.
the hierarchy of food.
I would actually rather eat meatloaf. Or,
I'm a big
corn
fan of
dogs than
meatloaf. Really? You
Oh,
don't
yeah,
like
I hate
meatloaf?
meatloaf.
Oh, I love it. You
fucking
never had
hate
it right. You got to use manwich. You got to use sloppy Joe mix. Oh, it changes everything. Chef, you got to hear me out here.
Whoever's
Open-
listening to this,
Open up this nice old can of
just
manwich.
ignore this part.
Just
Just fucking please
Skip
ignore this
ahead.
part.
I'm telling you, let me work up a recipe for your restaurant. A nice manwich meatloaf. It's bonkers. It's wild. It'll change. It'll change.
Why don't you just make fucking sloppy joes? It takes less time.
Because it's in a log form. It's in a loaf, and you can eat it.
Just make it, freeze it, and then it turns into a log.
It makes hell of a meatloaf sandwich, which could I guess it says sloppy Joe.
Sloppy
It's that
Joe.
point.
Joe.
Yeah, but you get the eggs, the breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
But
you get
there's a
your
little
bread
extra
on your sloppy Joe.
Well, I'm not a chef here, so I'm just saying. Everybody out there, try it. Don't that's
Don't try it.
don't maybe not. All right, moving on.
Russell's the only one.
I think they should try it just because I'm a fan. We're gonna,
Manwich?
no, of you.
Oh, me. Okay.
We're gonna say. We're
No,
gonna say.
he's crushing. He's crushing.
I'm trying to come back on another episode. Get off. Of me.
Dude,
He
buzz
le-
off,
he
buzz
left
off,
some
buzz.
rest.
He's working on a spin-off already.
I want to come back. This is only 10 minutes in, but I want to come back. Please let me
Great.
back.
It's great, especially when you say you have a vision and it turns into something I actually enjoy.
Yeah, dude, vision.
I know. That's
Vision
the entire
quest.
thing he said in the car right over here. He just goes, vision.
Vision.
And then he
And
switched
you need to know.
hands.
You are now witnessing the vision.
Yeah, this is the vision. So we should tell them about the vision. I think.
vision, yeah.
The vision is
Go ahead.
Oh, I'd love to hear about the
me
vision
and
right
old
now.
Finally, the reason I'm here.
me and old Southern Wes over here.
Stop it.
We are going to start doing these hopefully every Sunday.
Yeah, yeah,
Whether we
absolutely.
just talk about random shit or talk shit on Demetri or talk
least
about
do it
things that are
once.
going
Every
on in
show has to have
Springfield.
one.
At least
Yeah.
have me in the room when that happens, at least.
Oh,
we
I was
will,
gonna do
believe
it. I was
me.
gonna make you a blow up doll.
Can I,
Gonna set a blow up doll.
Can I get my cardboard cutout like the guy at the
Yeah,
homeless
the homeless
dude?
guys. Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a plywood cutout, and I'm sure he got a few
impressive.
splinters from that little
Yeah, that's impressive.
hussy.
He carved it himself.
It looked like it. I
This
mean,
is
honestly
Lola.
though, it was shellacked real nice. Like he tried to smooth it out.
Polished it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did a lot of polishing
Polished
after
it.
that thing.
Little
So I now that we
It
jumped
It was a
into
sexual reference.
that, now that we jumped into that, I think you need to tell the story. right?
Oh, about the
Yeah,
homeless guy saw?
Yeah.
Well, I'm coming home. I'm racing home. I thought this was gonna be an 8:30 deal, but Taylor kidnapped Demetri a little earlier than expected. So
7:30.
here we are. I'm racing home to get home, take everything in, and I catch it at the corner of my eye. See, this
We're
guy,
in Springfield, Missouri, by the way.
Yeah, it's Springfield,
Just
Missouri.
so you guys know.
This is Commercial Street between National and right before you hit the nice part of C Street, like Washington. Real shitty area right there. Honestly, probably the worst stretch of Springfield there is to see. So I see this guy carrying a brute trash bag on wheels. To his credit, it's on wheels, which is another $30 add-on. Very expensive.
it's a
if you
bundle
know
package.
Brutes, if you know Brutes,
We have them at the
yeah,
restaurant.
they're you had those wheels, it gets pretty expensive.
Yep.
So he had the wheels, all of his belongings in there, and I noticed he's like escorting this plywood cardboard cut out of a very attractive woman, almost I would say a mud flap profile, from a truck. The hot lady with the big tits and the ass that's bending over on a trucker's mud flap. That was sort of, I think, maybe his muse when he was creating this thing out of cardboard or plywood. Anyway, I saw this, and he was escorting this thing across the street as if it were the love of his life. It was honestly, and again, I only saw this for a few seconds because it was corner of my eye, and then as I drifted into the other lane, looking back to confirm what I think I just saw, he was crossing the street, like letting her go first. Like very chivalrous. There are women who are getting beat to death out there, and this guy is escorting his cardboard or his plywood cutout across the street in the most gentlemanly manner I've ever seen. And so that was just a glimpse on my ride home today.
That's my question is, why didn't he just put it in the brew trash can? Is that easier than carrying it?
Well, his stuff was in there.
Belong in the trash.
Well, yeah, he's a gentleman.
So was it a full brew trash can?
It is full.
Okay.
No, it is a full. Two-handle.
Makes sense.
Two-handler.
Two-handle.
Probably 55-gallon, yeah.
Come on,
That
baby,
makes
let's
sense.
go.
No, that's exactly. He was dragging it, and then his other hand, he had it wrapped around her, and
We need to bring this guy in.
I would love to, but I need a long stick with a. I'm actually gonna just drop a microphone like a wrestling match. Yeah. Like, hey, can you just talk in this thing? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want that. Again, like I said, I'd love to have homeless people in here, but and I have multiple layers of security. It's not easy to get to where I am right now, but something tells me that's not enough to a guy that is that resourceful.
Yeah,
a guy that's willing to create his own woman out of plywood is going to easily
He's
get into
just-
my apartment.
He's actually just looking around your house for stuff he can like steal and like pawn for jewelry.
Oh, there's a head.
I thought I had a
I
vision.
could drill a hole right through that.
I thought I had a vision. And
need
then
to
you're
get-
talking about a fucking
Dude.
plywood cut out of a female.
Oh, dude, that guy.
That's a vision.
That's a guy that's never alone. Let me tell you, that guy is Tom Hanks in
Castaway.
Wilson.
This is a Wilson type scenario. In his mind, society has cast him away.
Yeah.
Here he is creating a nice, shapely woman for his creature comforts.
And when it gets cold outside, he puts the trash can over her.
Well, he burns her for warmth. That's
gets
what
cold.
happens.
Make another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone
There's
moves on.
trash all over the town.
Everyone moves on.
Tell me
He's gonna get bored.
Tell me your girlfriend's trash. Without telling me your girlfriend's trash.
I burn her in back alley.
It's the coldest shit outside.
Look,
cold
it's
as
me or you.
It's
okay,
not
we'll
me,
make
it's
another
you.
Yeah. Hey, this isn't easy.
I didn't want to do this. You made me do this.
Baby, you've been so good to me these last few months. But you're rotten. You're rotten. You weren't weatherproof. You're rotten.
I will always remember.
You waterlogged. I can barely burn you, bitch.
You're putting off a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
Putting off a lot of smoke
Put off a lot
over
of smoke. They're gonna find me.
It's getting hard to breathe.
Put off smoke signals.
It's fucking crazy.
So,
Springfield's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting crazier, I think.
Yeah. I'd say you're
You
probably
see
right.
that shit right now, and then you got people getting kidnapped, almost kidnapped. Sorry to the woman from New York City. It normally doesn't happen here,
Yeah, it doesn't.
So-
This is normally a nice homely.
especially in the Pickwick area. It's a very
Boy,
nice
I
area.
hate to even talk about it because it's such a nice area.
It is.
But yeah, bad
And now
stuff
shit's
can happen
happening over
anywhere.
there.
That's Norman Rockwell's America right there. I swear to
Yeah.
God, you look at those calendars from Christmas time, the Coke commercials, the Norman Rockwell paintings. That is how I picture that neighborhood.
Yeah,
And
it's
to
nice.
find out that these acts are happening there,
Yeah, and then you go down the street even farther, and you got someone shooting a park ranger.
I mean,
First of all, why would you shoot a park ranger? Like, what
No
are they
idea.
gonna do?
well, I'm trying to think. Like, wasn't it? Was he providing backup, or the police were providing backup to him?
I don't know, but I know that the park ranger got shot, and then the dude got killed.
That's
So,
yeah, because it
think
might
the
even be in
police
that
provided
paper.
backup
I
there.
think the police provided backup to him, or no, I want to say he provided backup to the police, and then
he got
immediately got shot.
that's
was
it.
my understanding of it. And I was like, dude, why are you a first responder to police in
Yeah.
any capacity?
Yeah, which I have seen park rangers like rolling around at nighttime.
Yeah, I
like
got
not
take
near
it
parks.
from a park ranger.
Don't call the fire department. Don't call them. You got to
Not
call
even-
the
All the
park
rangers.
Yeah, they're
Dude,
not
comes
even like
out
near
comes
parks.
out in a fucking like Canadian tuxedo like Chuck Norris. I'm a park ranger. You got a little badge.
Wild Wild West shit.
Making sure you ain't doing anything in the parks.
Yeah, I got to take it one time for making out with my girlfriend after dark.
Like, why is a park ranger at Kmart?
Yeah,
That's not a park.
that's
That's
point.
not a fucking park.
It's a parking lot.
Yeah, that's as close as it gets. It's people park there. That's about as
You know how
close
many-
as it
you know how many
gets.
cops and sheriffs we have in Springfield and they call it a park ranger?
Maybe.
Why?
Maybe all the other ones were having visions.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have I
Enough,
feel,
yeah, that's enough out of you.
I feel bad for the dude. I really do.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah.
it sucks getting shot. Never been shot, but I'm guessing.
I've heard about getting shot.
I've
seen people get shot.
I know of this one rapper that's been shot like 9 times.
50
His
Cent.
name 50 Cent.
Yeah. You guys heard of him?
Heard of him.
Oh, Curtis Lee Jackson.
Oh shit! I guess I don't know.
He governmented him.
Is that the guy that shot him? A 3-name guy like a Lee Harvey Oswald?
That's 50 Cent's name.
That's 50 Cent's name.
Oh,
That's his actual
I know,
government.
I know.
Yeah.
Come on, keep up, not catch up, guys. Come on, let's go. Keep up, not catch up. John Wilkes
was at
Booth.
Hy-Vee.
All shooters have 3 names:
Yeah, actually.
Lee Harvey
Very true.
Oswald, John Wilkes Booth, John Wayne Gacy. He was a little less shooty, a little more grabby,
Yeah, a little more strangling.
a little more strangly than the rest.
A little more hands-on in the
Yeah, a little
activities.
handsy, even some might say. All right, so yeah, that's the thing though, and that's a nice part of town. I mean, Kmart's not. What do they turn that
not even
into? Oh
Kmart.
shit, bullshit! They're turning that into a Hobby Lobby / Mardell's.
That's what they're doing?
Yeah, they're moving 100 yards cat a corner.
So is Hobby Lobby staying open?
No, they're closing the one by the mall and then opening it.
And opening that one.
Yeah, right next door, basically.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah.
The marketing's going to be better
Dude,
30 feet down the road.
And Mardell's, the Christian supplies. They are sucking on the tit of Hobby Lobby. Am I right? Suckling at the teat,
Yeah.
if I may.
Pretty much
if
what
I'm
they're
going to be
doing.
so bold. Because there's no way that, what's the demand for Christian supply products?
Are you Christian?
No.
Neither am I, so I don't know. People love crosses. I don't.
Well, it's like,
Well, Hobby
how
Lobby
many?
sells those.
It's Jesus' birthday coming up.
Yeah. Well, Hobby Lobby
Yeah.
sells them, so why does...
Well, it's like maybe I need to go into one and really see what it's all about. But I think it's like Christians. It's like learning supplies, but Christian based.
Do you think they hand you a Bible when you walk in?
Hand jobs, no, probably a
said
Bible.
I said a Bible.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Little handies when you walk into Hobby Lobby. now.
Oh,
Jesus.
thank you, Jesus.
Things are getting crazy.
Y'all come back now. You're here.
Oh,
I
I
will.
will.
I'll be back tomorrow.
I'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes.
I forgot something.
Hey, can I get a return?
My girlfriend will never expect anything.
Yeah, you're spending a lot of money at right. There's a lot of money exchange between.
Why do you keep bringing crosses home? I like them. Okay.
Hey,
Leave me the
I'm
fuck alone.
a Christian man.
Why do you keep bringing? Why are you going to Hobby Lobby so much?
There's a
I figured you'd like it.
There's
so
a
I
lot of
liked it
purchase
too.
and returns here.
It's almost Christmas time.
I couldn't figure out what to get you.
Yeah. There's a nice lady there, big lady. Not interested in her. No, and
Super not interested.
Yeah, super not gross. In fact, and she's advising me on what you might like, and I test it, and then I don't believe it, and I go back and I see her. We've developed quite the rapport.
Yeah.
She
We're
makes sure
very, very close now. Very,
Yeah.
very, very close now.
she's actually coming to Christmas dinner this year.
Yeah.
I invited her. She's our new guest.
Don't worry, she helped me with all the wrapping paper.
Oh, don't worry. Santa Claus is coming to town this year. You don't have to worry about
Definitely
that.
coming to town.
Don't you just love the holidays, kids?
I can smell the season upon us.
I smell nutmeg.
Can't you smell the nutmeg, honey?
No pun intended.
I'll put it. What are you doing?
Is there anything interesting in here?
I mean, if you're into woodworking, yeah, Grizzly has some great products.
If you're into woodworking, you should go work at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, they're
my new spot.
the pioneers of woodworking.
They got a great greeter there.
That means they jerk you off if you're slow to the take here.
Tools are fucking expensive.
Yeah, no shit. That's why I buy them for new every job. I pass the savings on to my customers.
$995 for a drawer.
Well, it's stainless, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Does it say stainless?
Yeah, with a wood top.
Oh, that butcher block, though.
Damn butcher block.
Damn, God damn, can I get it without the butcher block?
The butcher block by itself is
they got pretty good pricing on butcher block.
$400
Oh shit, well never mind.
for a big one.
Fuck, never mind. There goes your Christmas wish list.
What are they?
Who just buys these for their house? That was my question.
Well, nobody. These are gunsmiths. These are woodsmiths. Activists.
Thing's $11,000.
Yeah, I mean they are the premier industry. I mean you could spend a lot of money there.
I see that.
Yeah. They have
it's a hefty magazine.
Yeah,
they have
that's
there.
Grizzly. They sell the best woodworking equipment in my book. For my buck, for my dollar, it goes the furthest at Grizzly Industrial. Please accept us as sponsors.
Not a sponsor yet. We'll think about it.
Oh, you need to read that story about the gas guzzlers.
Then we got the old COVID-19.
I'm telling you, look at that thing. It's a page and a half still to this goddamn day. Statistics. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. That's
Oh,
the
wait,
good
here we go.
story.
Police arrest 2 for starting a fire in Branson parking garage. Who the fuck just does that?
Ghouls.
It's concrete.
Maybe they were trying to make like a metal girlfriend instead of the guy who was making it.
Right.
Concrete girlfriend.
Somebody was getting laid and he couldn't stand it, so he drilled their gas tank until sparks ignited.
We have a Christmas tree now? Did you read that?
Yeah, I did read that.
Park
Yeah,
Central Square
there's a
has
lot
a
of Christmas
Christmas tree
stories in there. Yeah, the Park Central story. Then they mentioned the St. Louis or Kansas City Christmas tree lighting, I think. Oh, Rockefeller. The tree came through the other day. Did you guys hear about that?
Did you see the videos?
I didn't.
Oh, dude, it's just a bunch of like college kids like posting videos of like it driving by their house.
What was it going through town for?
I don't know.
Or are these highway kids?
I said college kids, but
It's not like it could be college highway kids. College is expensive.
live on the highways.
Living on an underpass.
Don't worry, y'all get your own free trash can. We're handing them out this year.
Yeah, get a free brute. No wheels.
But yeah, it was like showing it on the truck driving by and like all the emergency vehicles behind it, obviously, so that way nothing happens to it. But it's still one of the coolest things in the world to see it like lit up.
Well, yeah. I would. You been to Newark? Do you know people in New York?
I've been to New York twice, yes, but I've never been during the holiday season.
I bet that's pretty. I bet that's special.
It was fun. But
I
it was only in high school. So
I want to
it's
see
not
their
like
Christmas tree.
Well, you just missed your opportunity as it rolled to our blessed town. You think they? I mean, surely they packed the thing backwards. If you put that thing on the truck the wrong way,
have to.
It'd all fan out and ruin.
I just love how you have this new Christmas tree, and then of course you have come to a casino.
Right.
Spend money.
Well, dude, the first thing I noticed about the paper, if you turn to the first page, is like it used to be the headline, and then all of a sudden it's the first 20% of the headline is a hearing aid advertisement.
Someone got smoked by a car.
Yeah, there's a lot of car stuff.
Jesus, that's in St. Louis.
Ooh, which part?
Oh, you probably grew up there.
Which part?
It really doesn't say.
Oh, well, that doesn't help me.
It's St. Louis.
It's Metropolitan.
Just so you guys know, a bar owner dies after being hit by a car.
Yeah, intentionally
St. Louis.
sought after. I guess he.
Like, right where Demetri grew up.
Yeah, what's the bad part of St. Louis? Cahokia? They got the mounds
Well,
there.
They got the
According-
mounds.
Some of the largest pyramids on Earth are there, actually. Mound builders. You can see it right off of 44.
Interesting.
A native should know that. I'm on to you.
From North County, I'm not really driving on 44.
North County. What are you, a corn farmer? I don't know anything about it.
Listen, okay, so this is the thing about Demetri, okay? If someone says anything about St. Louis, no matter where it is, they could be in every fucking county in St. Louis, and you'd be like, oh, yeah, I used to live there.
Oh.
So
We
you lived
did move a lot.
you lived in every county in all of St. Louis.
I mean, you can tell by the Cardinals get up.
Yeah.
Not just regular,
Like,
the
no,
baby blue Cardinals
he's
get
from
up
there.
Is the real
don't get
deal.
me wrong, but I have no idea where he's actually
You like
lived.
emos?
He loves it. He thinks
Yeah,
it's the
I
best
figured.
beats in the world.
It's all right.
It's shitty.
I love it.
It's horrible.
You're not gonna
I wouldn't
like
say I wouldn't go that far.
It gives me the
and toasted
poops.
ravioli is always going to be my
Now,
go-to.
our Lord and Savior Dave Portnoy did not have favorable things to say about that. But
Nobody does, and I don't care.
if you're not, it's like Mexicanville. If you're not from there, you don't know. You're not raised on it.
Oh, the first time he took me there, I was like, "What in the hell is
You know how
Yeah.
much
You like it now?
criticism I've got about Mexicanville. or
Yeah,
also-
no, I get it. It's rare that I tell people I enjoy it, but God damn it, I can't get enough. Did you like it now?
The first time he took me there, and he was like, "Dude, you need to get this way," and I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Just shut up."
Fucking burrito enchilada style. Why would you not get it?
I grew up on a Sancho enchilada style, and it's great. I thought it was great until I realized the power of the bean. And the beans they throw in there, and the Sancho enchilada style, or the burrito enchilada style, is incredible.
He literally is like, "I'm just gonna order for you." And I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's fine.
He did it right. You
gotta.
You wouldn't
gotta
order
get the
that.
thing. Yeah,
You wouldn't order that if you went there.
because you don't know what the fuck it is.
Dude, and if you look around as you're there, it's like nobody else is ordering anything else. Like it's just hot plate.
I don't even know why they have anything.
Hot plates, hot. Yeah,
You either order like a burrito enchilada style or tacos.
yeah. Okay,
That's it. I don't even think they have anything else on the menu.
You get the
they do.
yellow
It's,
sauce, too, don't
it's
worry.
not. It's not.
It's shit that doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
You know?
I don't even look at the menu. It's whether I'll tell you what it is. It's either I want a full or a half, or if I want a taco to go
Full
with it.
every time.
You get half.
Sometimes I
I've
go
seen
half.
it.
I get halves every once in a while.
Sometimes I go half.
Most of the time I go full.
If I get a taco or two, I'll go half.
Yeah.
And then other times it's just.
If I get cheese dip, I'll do half.
Oh, cheese dip. Yeah, that's pretty.
It's got to
funny,
be
too.
yellow cheese. Though.
Yellow though. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. White's not bad, but you can get that anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, anytime someone says anything about St. Louis, Demetri is like, "Oh my God,
Are you from the hill?"
I lived right around the corner from there. I'm like, Demetri, you say that about every county in St. Louis.
Technically, it
And then he's
is
like, "Oh yeah, you know, he told me whenever we first met that he was from the ghetto." Okay.
Oh,
North County.
Well,
were you trying to like get some creds?
I looked up exactly where he was from, and their crime rate was like a smidgen higher than ours. A smidgen.
Are you from the place where those
Like
people
0.1%
held the
higher.
guns? Those lawyers, the McCloskeys?
oh no, I'm not.
No, 'Cause
Nobody knows them, I guarantee
I bet
it.
they don't have a lot of crime around there.
Yeah, I know. He guarantee you he knows him.
Oh, yeah, you look like you know.
Yeah.
I just know everybody up there apparently.
You look like you go over Thursday and clean their guns. That's what it
We'll
looks like.
get these ready for next time.
Yeah, they ever come back in this neighborhood, they won't know what hit them, will they?
It never
I'm
fails.
gonna go iron that pink shirt you had on. real
Sir, I noticed some imperfections in the shirt. I took the liberty of clearing that up for you.
quick. I ironed it. Don't worry.
Not only are your guns clean, but your look will be too.
You're gonna look snazzy when you leave here now.
Next time, your next interview on OAN.
Ridiculous. That's why I hate when people are like, "Oh, I'm from St. Louis," because I always know that Demetri's gonna come out from the fucking bathroom and be like, "Me too. I'm from there too. I'm from right around."
Hey, you're talking about St. Louis?
Yeah, I lived like two doors down from you, man.
Hey, dude.
Literally 2 doors down, right down the street.
You want to go grab a slice or a square? Sorry, that's more Brooklyn. But
You like emos?
I know, right?
You like
went
emos?
from like St. Louis to like New York.
I didn't even know I got a St. Louis in there. To be honest with you, I just went straight to New York.
Yeah, you bypassed St. Louis.
You went to
I was doing a tour, a tour of America.
We're going to California next. Asking if I want a smoothie.
They have those there.
Oh, that really killed the fucking vibe. Good joke.
Good job, Demetri. Because everywhere has smoothies. I don't know if you know that.
Listen here.
I know the Smoothie King.
Do you?
Well,
know they're all
one
about-
of his franchisees.
You know they're like all about like living healthy in California, right?
Yeah, like kale.
It's like the land of the vegans.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with vegan food.
Yeah. Well,
You just got to eat the right stuff.
Did you know
what's the right stuff?
Oreos are vegan.
Oreos are vegan.
Really?
Did you know that?
What about the milk? I can't have Oreos without milk, though.
Yeah.
You're an asshole. What are you drinking? Water and Oreos? Jesus
You
Christ!
just eat them raw, baby.
I'd rather eat a bullet than a
rather
fucking
kill myself.
Yeah, I'd rather eat a bullet than eat an Oreo without milk. So,
Use like almond milk
oh, okay.
or
Yeah.
coconut milk.
Is that any good? I don't like coconuts. Is almond milk pretty close to milk
In a
with
way.
an Oreo? I
I
mean,
like
In a way.
almond, like chocolate almond milk is pretty good. I'm
You
not
got-
gonna
It's coming from the guy that eats sugar 24/7. So
judge me. on
what's your favorite food, Demetri?
favorite food?
Yeah,
I don't
all
know.
of it.
all of it. I know that
Sugar.
specifically.
I've always
Cotton
Donuts.
candy.
Donuts.
I've always been a sweet.
Donut.
I like to see my sugar spun into big webs before I eat it.
Strudels.
Strudels.
Anything that has any sugar in it.
I
That's
was
his
favorite donut of all time, Tiger Tails.
Exactly. See, he goes straight
Where's
to
that?
donut.
What was this? Tiger Tales? Is this a show on PBS Kids? What is
I'm
this?
gonna look it up.
Is that a St. Louis
It's like
thing?
the most generic donut in the world.
Yeah, but it's
You like a
delicious.
plain cake?
It's like,
You
saying
you like
your
a plain
favorite's
cake
the
donut?
original glazed.
Oh, it's all assimilated there. I see.
Yeah, it's like a chocolate and a glazed donut. Just intertwined together. It's so good.
The unity in that donut's very powerful.
It's very strong.
Yeah. You don't see. Oh yeah.
You go big or go home.
No, see, I don't eat those.
I do.
So is it a chocolate yeast donut?
No idea. I just know it's good.
This guy's your right hand man.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
You don't know the difference between yeast and cake donut? Do you know donuts?
It's either yeast.
Do you have any idea what a fucking donut is, Demetri?
Oh.
You actually know? How do you spell it?
D-O.
N-U-T. Donut.
Donut.
They call me Demetri Donut.
Notice how he stopped, though, because he was going to spell completely wrong way.
No, I bailed him out there. You owe me one.
Russell just saved you.
Russell went in. He was like, I got this from here. You stay.
He paused after D-O.
He jumped in.
D-O.
D's nuts.
Got him.
Got him.
Yes, I'm right-hand man, or whatever you want to call it. I just follow him everywhere he goes.
So you did all those meatballs or meatloafs or whatever that night?
Yeah, he
You
literally.
think I was bullshitting that time?
Did you kidnap him as well?
No.
For that night?
So what happened
No,
was.
Tell him you have a
asked.
vision. I've got a vision. I've got a vision.
I literally was.
It's 80 pounds of meatloaf.
I literally was like.
That's why you don't like meatloaf. I
I
bet.
was working at the car dealership at the time, and I was like cleaning cars because that's what I did there for like 6 months, I want to say. And I was cleaning cars, and normally the shift is like from 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m., but you can leave at 6 or whatnot because there's 2 people that work back there.
Well, you just leave whenever you want.
I mean, you can leave after like 10 hours. That's what I did at least, but sometimes
Union gig, huh?
sometimes I just work like 12-hour shifts. But anyways, I'm at the front. I just delivered a sold car because when they sell a car, they bring it back to you to clean it, put some tire shine on it, make it look real nice for the customer.
Right before you put it in their ass. The lube, if you will. The dealership's lube is sending it to you to clean it up a little bit and throw some tire shine on it.
Make it smell nice on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to look great for
A
you.
little spritz of perfume.
So I get done cleaning this car. I deliver it up front. I'm like, making sure everything's good, giving it one last wipe down before the customer sees it. And I go to walk to the back, and my phone starts buzzing. And I'm like, oh, who's calling me now? I look, and it's Taylor. And I'm like, it's a video call from Taylor. And I'm like, he doesn't video call me? What is this actually about? This dude video calls me, and I pick up. I'm like, can I help you? And the very first words that come out of his mouth are, help. I'm like,
What is this? A dying old man?
Yeah.
Help!
it sounded like it.
Help! My life alert is working. I fallen and I can't get up.
Please.
I was
Please
like,
help me.
Oh no, not you! Can I see your manager?
I was like, what do you need help with? He goes, help. And just like turns the camera around to like all this meatloaf, all this
No, it was just raw meat at that period of time.
all this
Help!
plus tubs full of meat, and he's like, I need you to come help me. And I'm like,
It was in that broken
It
style.
was that, yeah.
Where you were that fucked at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was actually not okay.
So this wasn't even an act. You're just in broken sentence, broken
like-
English. Help!
27 years old and I was having a midlife crisis.
Quarter life
sounds good,
crisis
yeah.
at that point.
I was like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, just I need you
Meat.
to come help. I was like, okay. So I ran to the back, and I was like, hey, I'm leaving.
I'm in over my head.
I was like, I'm leaving, and the guy was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm like, where's his address at? It's
Did
on-
you see him tomorrow though?
Yes.
Okay.
I stayed working there for a couple more months until I got a call about another restaurant with him that I left. But I told the guy, I was like, I'm leaving. He's like, all right, cool. So I texted him. I'm like, where's the address at? It's on the north side of town. I'm working at Youngblood all
Right
the
down
way
the street from here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working at Youngblood all the way on the south side of town. I'm like, oh, I have to drive to Egypt to come help you.
Goddamn Cairo.
I'll be on my way. So I get all the way down there, and I'm like, all right, what do we got to do? And he's like, well, we need to we need to wrap all this up. We got to mix all this, wrap it in bacon, do all this other stuff, and then we're done. I'm like, all right, 2 hours, maybe 2 hours, something like that. That's all it's going to take. Over there, like 3.5 hours.
Do you have any background in food, or you just clean cars at this point, and then
Well-
you needed extra hand, or
No, we worked together before that.
okay,
In a restaurant.
In a restaurant, okay.
Yeah, like we met at Logan's at the time, and then
Oh, right, you
he
mentioned
left,
that.
and then he got a different job. When I went to the country club with him, he got a different job then, and then I was working at the Roadhouse and at the country club, and then I left the Roadhouse to go work at Applebee's.
Wow.
They offered me a little bit more cash.
I
so
guess
I
that's
was
what it's all about. Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
was like, it's fine. I'll go do that.
I call it Crapplebee's. Anybody else
Oh,
work there call it Crapplebee's?
a lot of them.
Shit.
I think
That
everyone
was
calls
being-
it Crapplebee's.
God damn it! I've been
not the only one.
I had that one in my back pocket for a long time, waiting to use it, and
And
fuck me, god damn it.
Shit.
So Crapplebee's is overdone, huh?
yeah,
It's,
so I worked there for like 2 days, and that's when they were doing the COVID stuff. And so like my second day, I walked in, I'm like starting to prep everything that they need, and like one of the managers comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you real quick." And I'm like, "Oh God, what did I do? It's day 2. I didn't do anything wrong, did I?"
It's just like, all we do is bag broccoli here. That's literally
I
it.
was like, we pour soup into a container. Like, what? Here, let me get this. Yeah, there you go.
What are you overachieving? Like,
I was like, what do I got to do? Like, I thought it was like sign some papers for like some like healthcare or something benefits that they would offer.
Applebee's healthcare, the benefits.
You don't get benefits. after
People
2
work
days.
at Applebee's for the benefits. they don't tell you about that.
I was a host there when I first started. Like at 17, I was a host at Applebee's in St. Louis. But they're
What's
like,
up, Trent?
they're like, hey, we need to let you
North
go.
County.
They're like, we need to let you go, and I was like, why? And they're like, you're the first.
Wait.
You're the last person we hired, so you're the first person that has to leave because of the COVID protocols. I was like,
What?
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
On what grounds were you? It sounds like they didn't like you. And COVID.
2 days in, they're like, you're fired, man.
Hey, dude, you still
COVID
fit
sucks.
in here. COVID.
One person caught COVID, you're fired.
Yeah, everybody else is fine. But
Not here.
You gotta
Not
go.
here. Yeah, not here. But you're fired,
So then you go. You find Taylor after that.
No, so
basically.
what happened was I was working at the country club, and then I quit. Can you stop and be a little?
I mean,
bit
at
more
least it's on
talking to
vibrate this time.
Trent, while you're in here,
Oh, we got.
tell me what you think about Demetri when he was at Logan's Roadhouse, and I'll put it on live.
I was a good time,
I want to know.
but I was.
Don't.
I wanna know what other
I
people
wouldn't
think.
say that. Hey, Trent, tell him I was a good time. What the
No,
fuck?
Trent, give me the
I was a
sauce
good worker.
because you worked with him before I did. I want to hear the sauce that you have.
Trent,
Sauce. That's a
So
goddamn.
we'll keep going.
That's
You let me
bullshit,
know.
chef talk. I want to hear the sauce you got, pal.
Let me hear the spiciness you got about
Yeah.
Demetri.
Anything
Trent,
spicy?
The mustache looks great, man. You should keep it.
See, look at him. He's already
mustache
he's already
is-
trying to suck
The
up to him.
mustache is something. Yeah, you know, you got a real vibe for that.
Fuck you. But
He thought that Russell was going to kill us, and then all of a sudden he's like, "You have a nice mustache, man. I like you.
Hey, this
Please
is
let me
6
back."
months in the work. All right. oh,
let
not
me
me.
back.
Cool. Whatever.
yeah, no, I quit the country club, and then I got the job at the car dealership like a month and a half afterwards, and then worked there for 6 months, and then after I went to go help him for the first time, I started helping prep for the food truck he was working on, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. to
Just
do
side
with it.
work, kind of.
Just to help out, and then I'd go do like events with them,
Yeah.
just because they needed somebody, and I was like, I will hands down go help. if I
Sure.
can.
Yeah.
We get that taken care of, and then they got offered a restaurant, so they took it, and they could hire more staff. And they're like, "Hey, do you want to come work here?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely." So I went in, told my bosses I was leaving.
And that was it.
Here's my 2 weeks notice. And
You gave him 2 weeks at a restaurant.
no, at the car dealership.
Oh, at the car dealership. All right, that's a good move. 2 weeks at a restaurant, you just walk out.
Yeah, no, the car dealership. I was like,
Right.
right, 2 weeks. He's too busy.
And
playing on his
he's giving us a
phone.
Hollywood treatment.
But going back to the last podcast when he said how we met, first of all, I'm
Oh,
going to
you-
tell my side of the story.
yeah, we got discrepancies because I don't really.
All right,
Remember.
well, let's hear what.
Wait, what's Trent got? Is Trent responded?
Okay. So Trent's being nice.
Oh,
Trent's being nice. He said, "Nah, that's my boy."
roast him.
But I would say he is a hell of a lot better because ... sketch.
Whoa, what does that mean?
And
trying-
then,
Were you scared? Were you? Who's?
and then he says, bagging broccoli might have been a problem at that point for you.
Trent, I'm confused.
Sounds
I think
like a
what he's
sexual.
saying is
Are you
you.
saying I'm
didn't have
mentally
the-
retarded, Trent? I'm a little
I think what he's saying is you're not all there, which I agree with you,
Oh.
Trent. So don't feel bad about it.
I thought it was a sexual innuendo, like he wasn't able to bag broccoli.
I'm gonna text him right now. Be like,
Oh,
Trent,
man.
hey man, I thought we were friends,
We miss you too, Stacy. Come see us.
but no.
We'll be
so,
at the restaurant. Trust me.
Yeah,
I like it.
Stacy's.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
having visions.
20-hour
The
work
visions are
day.
here.
20-hour work day.
But so yeah, no. So the background to his story was we just went through like 3 people who come in, work for a week, get their check and leave.
Right.
So this was on week 4 of that. So yes, this was not during the break time. This was actually during like 10 a.m. So first of all, he's old. He's got that dementia, Alzheimer's stuff going on with him.
It's Alzheimer's, but all right.
And
Alice timers.
You got that old timers, do you?
But-
You damn son of a bee.
I was setting up.
Stupid ass.
I was opening the kitchen and I was opening up the grill line, the hot line, and just making sure everything was ready to go for service until somebody got there at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in at like 10:15, 10:30 in the morning to do his interview. He walks to the kitchen. I'm already setting up everything. I have like 40 things to do right now. I'm like, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. So he walks up.
He wasn't doing anything when I got there, by the way. Just so you
Like
know.
to be very clear, this is a total
But-
fabrication.
So just so we know what Demetri's work ethic was back then. So he says he has 40 things to do, but he was standing there. So well,
At the time,
we'll just ignore that part.
He walks in.
Carry on.
He walks in with his chef pants, his chef coat,
do you have his knives
his
folded?
knives in his little.
I didn't have my knives in.
Yes, you did.
He's bullshit. I didn't have my knives at an interview.
Was this the time I asked you though? Because I do remember asking you, was like, did you show up at? Oh, maybe that was at Bruno's.
when I actually went to work?
Okay, all right.
I
all
brought
right,
my chef
all right. I
knives
was gonna
'cause they
say
had
you
the
wore
green
the
handles.
knives. I was like, oh, that's a little pretentious. You come in with your own knives,
I
but
didn't have my knives when I had my interview. What the fuck would I bring my knives at an interview?
He's walking in
dude,
with-
that's an asshole move for sure.
He's
Let me
walking in.
fucking show you something.
He's walking in. He walks up to me. He's like, "Sup, I'm Taylor," and I'm like, he sticked out his hand like the whole like handshake he did. I grabbed a finger. I was just like this. I was just like, "Cool, man." Then I walked away.
I told you he's a bitch.
Oh, that's not
I
a good
told
move.
you.
Not a good
I
look.
told you.
I 100% sure. We'll say this to that day. The first time I saw him,
I regret making that handshake.
I thought he was the biggest douchebag on the world. The first time I met him, I was like,
Well,
oh, here
Sorry,
we
I was
go.
going to my real job where I wear chef pants.
I was like,
My bad.
another day. Here we go.
So
Whoopsie
sorry.
daisy.
My fucking bad.
We'll be here 1 week and then I won't ever see you again. And he literally came back. He was like on prep the very first time, and he was prepping some stuff, and that's when he walked in with his like knives and actual like his whole entire setup. So I get into work, I get everything, go to the back, try to get some stuff for my line because I was working on grill at the time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he's back there, he's like prepping, he's like doing his own little thing, his own little mindset. I'm like, oh, that's cute. He's actually working.
Oh, how the
they're
tables
gonna-
have turned.
I was a douchebag.
Yeah, you could.
He's
This is immovable force and unstoppable objects hitting each other.
I was a douche, and I was
Douchebag.
just in there fucking working.
I'm not a douche. You're a douche. You're a douche. I'm not a douche.
18-year-old little fucking prick.
I was 19.
That's what he was. Just
Couple
turned 19.
assholes.
I was like, whatever. He'll be here a week. He starts working on the
I'd been
hot-
working.
I don't
longer
have
than
to
you'd
do
been
this. I
alive.
could go back to detailing cars. I don't give a fuck. I'd love to
wasn't
be here.
detailing cars at
He
the
didn't even
time.
know how
I'd
to
love to
detail
be
cars.
here.
That was my first job.
He
in
hadn't learned
Springfield.
yet, huh?
That was my first job in Springfield.
Oh, okay, all right.
And he's like, we start talking to him and like start getting to know him a little bit. And I'm like, dude, this dude really is an asshole. And like,
The more I knew.
and then he starts working our hotline, our expo line. And then out of nowhere, he just gets really good at telling people what to do and all this other stuff. And I'm like, we're in the window, and like you said earlier, last time, you know, on the grill, you have a service window behind you,
Right.
a hot window, and you have to pass the food in there. Well, he was standing on the other side of the window, and he'd call the food.
Did you throw hot spaghetti in his face? That's what I would have done.
We have these tongs, like these metal plates that we put all the food on, and if the food wasn't in the window by a certain time, he literally would take the tongs, put them in the window, and start tanging up and down. Anytime you're ready, man. Anytime my food's ready, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm like,
That's a good move, though. That's a power move. That's a power move for
I'm
sure.
like, it's 11 a.m. It's the first ticket of the day.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, you know, he runs a tight ship.
I was like, this dude's.
I had to show this 19-year-old asshole that I'm not a fucking piece of shit.
Right. That's the best way to
You
do
gonna
it.
serve me food or
Ring
what, asshole?
tongs around like a
Yeah.
triangle, a dinner triangle.
And
That was
then,
amazing.
and then the managers come up to me. They're like, hey, Taylor needs to start training on grill. Can you train him on grill? I think at that point they knew they
So
were
while we're on
fucking
the
with
grill
me.
subject,
Yeah.
Trent said
Oh.
he just couldn't work the grill at that point, but he is smart enough to be a Cards fan. Laugh my ass off.
Love you,
Now, what's the grill? Sounds like it's pretty easy work.
steaks, chicken, fish, stuff like that.
Oh,
I was
steaks.
just-
I mean, you don't want to fuck that up.
I did a lot.
I'll be honest with you.
I did. I was not the best. I was not. I could at least admit when I'm
About
wrong.
goddamn time he admits it.
Dude, yeah, that's the first step to recovery. You know, it's admitting you got a problem.
Yeah.
So they come up to me and they're like, hey, we need you to train Taylor and grill. Looking back on it now, they were fucking with me. Because I was like,
Yeah, dude, I think if you could look back at any situation in your life, you could come to that same conclusion. I think they're fucking with me.
I was like, train him? I got this. Watch this. I'm going to train the hell out of him. So we do a little bit of training. Every now and then. And on Sundays, it was me working grill by myself and like two guys on Expo. And he was in the back prepping. Well, that's when the church group came in. and we got really busy, and we had like 3 girls on. There's one girl.
You see my girlfriend's comment?
Is that he sucked? Is that your? I just saw that. He sucked. Boo!
Get him out!
Why is this guy even talking here?
She trained me on how to be a host.
Oh, maybe you should have stayed there.
I should have. Probably would have turned out better. But no, like they're like training on this, and on Sunday we were getting busy, and I walked back there. I'm like, "Hey, Taylor, guy, listen."
Need a hand?
I was like, "Can you help me real quick? I'm getting a lot of tickets right now. I need your help."
Now this probably took a big gulp of pride to go and ask the douchebag back here that you're having problems and you need some help.
If I'm getting destroyed and I have like tickets on 20 minutes, I'm like, I gotta swallow this pride real quick.
Right, of course.
So I go ask him for help, and I'm like, all right, cool.
And you're just grilling at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, I just need his help one grill. I need him to cover one grill while I can get this other grill and a half done.
Right.
So he comes up there. He's like, all right, what do you need? I'm like, tickets, just get going. He's like, all right, cool. He's an asshole. He's like, okay, I'm going to gently put this on here. Oh, do I remember how to do this?
Taking his time?
Do I remember how to do this? Oh, that's right. You taught me. I remember how to do this. And then he turns into that little chef switch, just flicked it on and started outselling me. And then
grabbing. You selling too? Or out serving?
Outselling. Because like,
taking it,
putting it in
completing orders.
Yeah. Getting it off the grill into the window.
Okay.
I'm like, how's your grill already?
What? Goddamn cartoon.
And then he starts grabbing more and putting it on the grill. And I'm like, oh, God, this dude's actually really good. Son of a gun. There's my chance. I'm done. And then we were working together for like 4 months at the time. And then the holiday season came up. Mm-hmm. I'm telling the Christmas Eve story. I don't care. It's too good not to.
Did you already tell? I don't remember if you told it. I don't remember the Christmas Eve story.
He didn't.
It was the meat
This is Demetri's prized possession.
This is the funniest
story. Is this the best thing you ever done? Like
this is prize story.
This is your.
This is like the.
This is your bottom of the ninth.
This is the highlight of Demetri's life.
But it was like Christmas Eve, and our numbers from the year before were like not really. They were like really good.
Where was this again? Just to
Logan's.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
And we're sitting there on Christmas Eve, and I'm opening. He comes in at like 2?
I don't fucking remember.
He gets there, and we work for a little bit, and it's dead. And I'm like, I'm gonna go on break real quick because I have to, because hour wise, and he only has a few hours to work with, and then he's got to leave. He's supposed to leave at like 7, and we close at 8, so it's no big deal. And right around 4:00, there's nobody in the store. Like, it's dead. We're like, oh, it's gonna be an easy night. We're gonna be out of here. And then like 4:30, 4:45, we start seeing shadows. Because in the front of Logan's was like this plyglass, like
like you couldn't see through. Yeah, just frosted glass kind of.
Yeah, and like you could see figures, they could see us, and like we just started seeing people come in and come in. And
the storm, the tide was rising up.
And we just start going in, and like there's like tickets coming in a little bit at a time, and then a lot at a time. And like there's no minimum there's like a minimum of like a 5-top out there at that point, right?
I don't fucking know. This is your moment. Suck it in. This is your highlight reel.
You were there. You're gonna be in this. Anyways, we start going crazy, and like both of our grills are filled up at this point, and
girls or grills?
Grills.
Okay.
Grills.
Does it sound like both our grills are filled up at this point? It's like, dude, what?
And
it's a whole other element.
That's a different show.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Your stocking's full.
Just gonna go get a new plywood real quick. And so we start selling off, and at this point, it's time for him to clock out because he's reached the overtime limit. He's got to go. He's got to go home.
Oh, and pretty sticklers about the overtime?
Yeah.
And he goes over because our POS system is like literally you could see it from the grill line, so it's not even that crazy. And I walk over there, and at this point, we have tickets ringing in that are touching the floor.
Sure.
And he goes and clocks out.
Nice. Good move. Power move.
Then he looks around and sees me, and I give him this look of, are you serious right now? You're going to let this happen?
They won't let me go on overtime.
Hey, I love to work, but the thing is,
overtime they won't let it. They won't let it happen.
And I don't work for free. So where are we at here?
And he looked over and he's like, God damn it, I gotta help this kid out or else he's gonna die. And like he walks over there and starts grabbing tickets, and at this point,
off the clock.
Oh wow. So this is starting to sound like Taylor's the hero of this story.
100%.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not gonna say I'm the hero of this story.
100%.
I thought this was your hero story. This is
just a story. I got no hero stories.
all right.
I'm the goddamn sidekick.
Damn, I was
like
waiting for you to be like, and then I just stepped up and I did it myself. And you're like,
manhandled it.
no, Taylor just worked for free and finished the
For
job.
2 hours.
He comes over there and we start filling all these tickets in our little window and like start serving them. And he looks over and his grill's completely full. And whenever he's cooking, he has this face of seriousness that he has.
Sure, like someone who's working and doing their job correctly.
It's weird. Never heard of it.
Come again?
You said they
I'm
do
lost.
what with their face?
Yeah. Concentration.
Never
heard of it.
He's like face down in the grill trying to make sure everything's good. My grill's completely full. And I'm like, I can't do anything but let the food cook. So I'm going to just lay back. And in this window, there's dead food that has been sitting up there for hours that is non-servable. And I said,
Did you eat it?
Yes.
I knew you did. I would have done the same.
I literally laid back on our cooler and he's like full on cooking. I look back, I see these mozzarella sticks.
Wait, no, stop, because it sounds to me like he's saving your ass, and you're eyeballing the mozzarella sticks
Off the clock.
Yeah,
Off the clock.
I could eat. Anybody else hungry?
I couldn't.
He didn't even offer any.
He ate them all.
Fucked up part.
Ate all the goddamn wasted food.
Like I said, I couldn't do anything. So I look back, I'm like, oh, these are mine. So I look back, I started eating all these mozzarella sticks.
And two, I've worked in the restaurant industry long enough to know that when something is like that, you're thinking about it for a very long time. You're thinking, oh shit, dude. As soon as I get a second, man. As soon as that was all consuming. It's like, I know that's not going anywhere. That's gonna be mine. I got claimed that. That's gonna be my deal. You just sit there. You sit
Put
there,
your name on
and
it.
that's all you think about until the second you can get over there and do it. I know it's all encompassing.
I reach back, I grab them, and I'm starting to eat these mozzarella sticks. I'm just,
On the clock, like
I'm
during
on the
shift.
clock. Yeah. We're screwed. I can't do anything, but I can't add more food.
Oh,
I can
okay.
only serve it at that point.
You can
So
just eat it.
I'm just like, while that's cooking, I'm gonna do this real quick. He looks over, sees me eating mozzarella sticks, and he just died. Like,
Dude, I died.
Like inside.
I died because I looked over as I'm fucking helping him off the clock.
These mozz sticks are pretty good. You ever have these?
And I look over and he has a mozzarella stick. And I look over at this moment and he goes and just shoves a whole one in his fucking mouth. And I was dead.
You ever see
I
one
was
of
like,
these
what
disappear?
the fuck? What are you doing?
Want to see a magic trick?
Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just over here fucking eating, chilling out in the fucking cooler. Like, what I'm staying off the clock for this shit. You know, it's like,
That's
let me
full.
work.
The thing is full.
Let me work so you can slap mozzarella sticks down your throat. You know, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
he fell on the ground. He fell on the ground, died laughing, and he was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What do you want me to do? I'm cooking.
That food's dead. It's not going anywhere.
It's gonna get thrown out. We can't have that happening around
I don't allow waste in my restaurant.
Yeah, and not only was I off the clock, I had a dinner party with my parents.
Oh, you missed it, or were you
No,
late?
we had to delay it because I had to stay there for 2 hours.
So Demetri here could shove his face.
Yeah, full of fucking mozzarella sticks.
Were they good at least?
No, they
Were
were
they
horrible.
cold?
They've been up there for fucking 4 hours.
With no sauce,
No.
None.
just
I was-
dry old.
Non-cheesy mozzarella sticks.
Dude, at that point, it's just dust in there.
Bread, and I was
Yeah.
enjoying every second I could eat something.
Loaded.
I was like, that is crazy.
Man, that was crazy, right, guys? eating
Everyone's ready to go home.
4-hour-old.
She's like, whew, I'm good.
I just got my
Good over here.
second win.
You didn't have to stay, dude. I just needed these
Dude, I
sticks.
thought you clocked that an hour ago. I got this.
I just needed these sticks.
Yeah, I just
it.
needed someone to relieve my stress long enough to where I could sneak over and get these sticks.
After we get done cooking, he looks over and he's like, I'm out. And just like left. And I was like, you're not going to stay and help close. And like, as soon as I said stay and help close, I'm like, oh shit, you were off the clock for 2 hours. Yeah, you might want to go home.
Hey, you wanted me to close.
Hey, could you like mop up and shit after too? I got to fold silverware, so I'll be a little busy for a
I was a
while.
douchebag 19-year-old kid. I couldn't
Yeah,
do anything about
dude.
that
Like I
anymore.
said, Newton's law over here of douchebags. You got immovable douche versus unstoppable douche, and nothing's gonna happen until you finally mold into one being, which sounds like where we're at now.
We're pretty
close.
much there at this point.
Pretty
I
close.
mean, shit, I'm adopted into his family already.
There you go. There you go.
We took him in.
Yeah,
Off the streets.
like a rescue dog.
Yeah. We gave him a home.
For the
to be
holidays.
warming on the holidays.
Yeah. Well, it gets cold out there in the winter.
It is.
Can't have them sleeping in the booths at Bruno's.
Hope you're doing better now.
I'm doing great now.
He's doing great.
Just get calls from Visions and stuff like that.
No,
on my
Vision
days off.
Quest.
Yes,
Vision Quest.
Yes or no? I'll
Visions.
be there. All right, I'm coming.
So Russell, a big question I have is,
What?
because the people probably want to know this too, but what made you start this? Because you guys can't see this, but
I got quite a little setup. Bro.
Whole Russ got a damn whole room
I had a movie studio in here.
for this. So I'm curious on what made you want to start this.
So hanging out with my friends, we always, for years, we kind of did this thing where it's like, oh, it'd be cool if we did this. It'd be cool if we did that. I had these ideas that never really panned out. Finally, I kind of just said, fuck it. Like, it really doesn't take too much to do a podcast. A couple microphones and we can talk. We got a buddy in, Cole, who's really good at, like, the technical stuff. And I said, hey, let's all get together, let's sit down, let's talk about this. And so we ended up, like, starting a podcast. And then I just kind of kept, all this tech shit I just kind of like, and I just kept wanting to push forward. So I just kept buying shit and creating something.
Weren't you originally doing this like at your old house, like at the dinner table?
We were doing it in the basement.
Was it at the basement?
Yeah, we were doing it in the basement down there. I had a little studio in the basement of my old house. Originally, we did at Joe's apartment a couple times. We did a number from Ben's place. Just kind of wherever, because it was pretty portable until we got the because even these early ones, even the early ones were filmed with a camera just set up. And at that point, they were filmed on DSLR cameras that were like full heavy, like, it was one angle, all the size of the files were so big, it was hard to do anything with. There was no, just to cut it up was going to take a week just to cut it up. So I found some better ways of doing stuff, and just kind of set things up for success and did it that way. And I just really like talking about, I just like talking to my friends and hanging out. And if I can turn it into something that's worth something, I thought it was worth a shot. And so I just took the initiative and said, hey, fuck it. I'm going to set this thing up. And if you guys want to come and talk, like, let's talk and bullshit.
Now we're here.
Yeah, we're here. Like, it's not, it's pretty.
You build it, they will come.
Exactly. It's like Roe, all roads lead to Rome. Is that I think that's the saying.
Maybe.
Doesn't matter.
We're not going to fact check that.
All we know is
Jamie?
that we're here.
Yeah. So it was just little pieces at a time, but I realized that I just like doing it. I just like having conversations and meeting people. It's really cool to talk to people and see like their sides of life. And as these things have gone on, I've kind of gotten better at interviewing and talking to people and being more comfortable on the microphone. Like even today, I did that newspaper thing.
Yeah.
I when we started, there's no way I could have ever done that like by myself, because it's so to do something by yourself is weird because you don't have anybody to fall back on. You don't have like you're just in a room talking by yourself. And so I've got more comfortable with that, but I guess just the reason I started was to just record a lot of these conversations with my friends and have a good time. And as it's gone on, I realized there was something to it. So,
and what do you do as a living?
I'm a contractor. So right now I'm working for a guy because I kind of wanted to focus more on this. And as you know, when you own your own business and you have to deal with all this other stuff, it really is kind of all consuming.
Yeah.
You've really got to put everything into it. And I was like, I still got to make money because this doesn't make any money.
Yeah.
This is a hobby, at this point. And so I reached out to an old boss and I said, it's like, hey, you got anything going on? So matter of fact, he did. And he's paying me good money to manage projects and do a little labor and stuff. And I don't have the added stress. I go home at 5 o'clock and I can do anything I want, work on editing video, that kind of stuff. And that's what I really needed to try and push this thing forward.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun,
Do you what would you say is the craziest thing you've seen in your work life?
Work life. I saw a guy get wrapped up in a garage door opener, like literally. So you know these springs, these garage door openers have these big, heavy springs, and if that thing snaps, it throws all of that force in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So this guy was pulling back. He's actually the guy working for now. He's pulling back the spring, I think, to load it, because you can set these notches in as you're kind of winding up the spring. Well, it slipped and it caught him, and his fingers got caught in it, and rolled him up, and his hand went a full
backflip.
Like 360, plus. And he was just sitting there, and the bucket he was standing on, he didn't have a ladder, the bucket he was standing on fell out from under him. So he's totally suspended by the weight of his wrapped up hand in the spring. Totally fucked up. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, I've shot nails through my hand and stuff like that, but it was never as bad as what I saw there. And the screams you hear. Yeah. My God, the screams, because I was the only other guy working. I just heard, and you just hear it, and you're like, oh, what? And you walk in there,
Pussy.
And it's like, dude, oh my God, you're being lynched. Like, this is insane.
This is how you die.
People don't come back from this kind of thing. Yeah.
You're fucking
you're
done.
gonna have PTSD.
Final destination, real life.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's probably the worst. Other than that, I've been pretty lucky. I haven't gotten hurt. I haven't seen a lot of bad stuff. You see a lot way worse stuff like on the internet.
Yeah. Have you ever worked with any interesting fellas?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. I worked.
Interesting.
I got a good. Okay, so when it's roofing.
So
I
this
did.
is Styles.
This is a Styles.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Now we're going back, baby.
Yeah. So this guy.
Why did he sound like an old jazz DJ?
Because I'm getting in the story.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to
listen
Smooth
up.
B on AM
Listen up. We
360.
are live, baby.
Hear the tunes to get
The
your
story's
day
coming
going.
in hot.
Let the music take you. So, this guy's name is Donnie, and he was an ex-felon, as you assume.
Here we go.
So, yeah, I mean, it's already going to be great. So this guy lived across from the dump, all right? This is the most real-life Joe Dirt I've ever met my entire life. Honest to God. No, but that's the smallest resemblance to Joe Dirt he had. At this point, a mullet didn't matter. He lived across from the dump. Dump shit was always flying in his yard, and he was always bitching about it. And she was like, well, dude, fucking move away from the dump. You live across from a trash dump. You got to move. But obviously he didn't take my advice. But he fell in love. So I was sort of a foreman in a way there, and we had the new hires would always come with me to help chase leaks and stuff. So I always got them first, and then we kind of sort them out and see if they're worth anything, so they could head to the crew. Well, he was telling me these stories, and there was this one particular story. He fell in love with the pillhead next door. And they both live with their moms. So I should preface
Beautiful.
it. Yeah, so he lives with his mom, who lives across from the dump.
Do you think your mom would let me stay over? If you ask your mom, she might say yes. If I ask her, she'll say no.
Dude, that's the basic version of the story I'm about to tell. It gets way worse than that. So this guy, he's fallen in love with her. He's like, they for some reason decide they're gonna go to the church down the street, and have their first date at the church down the street. Which
I thought you were saying they were going to get married already.
No. They were going to have a date, and they were going to go to church. Which
West Side
these
Chronicles.
are two just awful individuals that should
They
combust.
found Jesus.
They didn't find Jesus. They found a pill sack after class. So they end up going to church and then coming back, and he just falls head over heels for her. Well, apparently the mom didn't agree. The woman's mom didn't agree, because obviously she knew what a piece of shit this guy was, and was clearly like, I want better for my daughter, which is in that environment when you're living across from a dump is foresight unimaginable.
Yeah.
Parenting, that's good parenting that shouldn't be there. So she stops talking to him.
Oh no.
Yeah. Heart's broken. And I got to hear about this shit because he's sitting
Every
in
day.
my single cab truck driving an hour, and I got to hear about this shit. Well, after a couple days,
Doctor fell on the road.
oh yeah, unfortunately. After a couple days, he's like, man, I tell you what, every night I go over there and I put a box of chocolates right on the porch.
Forrest Gumped her?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And he's like, I haven't heard back. And then finally I'd had enough. It had been 3 nights, and she'd never returned my calls, never returned my love letters. I hadn't heard anything. So I knew what time she was coming home.
Oh, God.
I poured a whole gallon of gasoline in the street, and I lit the street on fire so that she had to stop. And he goes, "This is a metaphor for my love. It's burning for you." He was arrested that night. He was arrested that night, and we never heard from him again. He lit the road on fire so she couldn't go home.
Once again, this is the shit that happens in Springfield, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Baby, I love you.
This is my love for you.
It's on fire.
My heart burns for you.
That's fucking crazy.
Chocolates weren't enough. Set her house on fire. Set the road on fire.
Burn the fucking house down until she comes out. It's fuck, dude.
Baby, I saved you from a burning house.
Did you not get my chocolates?
We're melted now.
Like my heart.
My heart is melted now.
Yeah, he was the worst. I check him out on Springfield mugshots every once in a while.
Still on there, eh?
Yeah, he tried kidnapping his kids a couple times. One of those kind of dads, you know.
Jeez.
He's only there when he has to forcibly remove them and gets the cops called, just to make a show.
Again.
Yeah.
The chocolates were actually for the kids. He just gave them to her.
The chocolates were laced with drugs. I'm sure of it.
They had pills in them.
Yeah, and puncture wounds with pills.
Matches.
So now that we've kind of settled like what we see in Springfield. So Demetri, since you're from the ghetto,
Yeah.
what's some crazy shit that you have seen? And don't make shit up. I want to hear a live story.
I mean, it's not nothing like I've seen, I haven't seen like gun wars and stuff like that, like you see in like movies and stuff like
Lord
that.
of War.
Like, I haven't seen anything crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen a St. Louis movie with a bunch of guns unless it was like Al Capone days.
Like I said, I haven't seen like a bunch of like, I've seen robberies and stuff like that.
Really?
Like
Those happen outside every day.
that's what I'm saying.
Special.
You asked what I've seen.
I just want to know what you see like in the ghetto.
North County.
Yeah.
Like I said, just a bunch of car chases, a bunch of,
Do they leave a lot of the cars that they left on cinder blocks? You see that a lot? I see that in the movies.
That's just in the movie. You don't really see a lot of that. You just see a bunch of cars.
I don't believe you.
Someone just put a car on cinder blocks here a couple days ago.
Yeah, my car.
I saw it.
Like I said, it's just a bunch of like tiny miscellaneous stuff that you can see.
Misdemeanor crimes.
Yeah, just stuff you'll see really anywhere, just because of like, how I'm pretty sure Springfield's the same way from like south side to like the north side. You just see like the poverty level continue to increase as you're driving down the street.
Sure,
and
yeah.
Stuff like that. So I mean, when you hear people from like South County versus North County, it's the same thing.
Is the middle part the good part?
It just depends on which side you are, I guess. I mean, that's everywhere.
Oh, we got east and west counties too.
Depends on what side of the street you're on.
Yeah, right.
You're on the right side. That's what you got to worry about.
We'll stay away from the
Little
right
dangerous.
siders.
You're on the left side, you're good.
Riders.
I mean, it's just a bunch of misdemeanor stuff that you can see pretty much everywhere. It's just a lot of there's just more media down there. So like you guys don't remember the whole.
Hey, were you around for the Brown?
Yeah,
Michael Brown?
I was just about to bring that up. Actually.
Yeah.
So my high school.
Were they really shooting at helicopters?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, I saw that on the news.
So,
Onward.
Once again, they want you to believe what they say.
I believed it, and I told a lot of people. So I hope I'm somewhat close because that story ruled.
So actually, my high school, we did a coverage on that for our whole like media program that we had.
Oh, that's risky. Sending high school kids into that.
So when we went down there, I was on one of the like. We broke up into like groups and stuff like that to like take pictures and stuff like that.
Squadrons.
Yeah, we had
Units.
We had units on the way down there.
Yeah.
We had little
Boots on the ground.
Let me talk to you real quick. So we went down there, and the whole media portrayed it as like being like the whole county was pretty much burned down. When you walked down there, it was pretty much the equivalent to like a block and a half of things burnt down. It was a gas station and a couple businesses.
I'd heard McPherson was just like trashed.
It was,
and I had been there. It was probably a month after I'd been to that airport in O'Fallon.
Which airport?
It's the executive airport in O'Fallon. They were saying that that's where they flew the police helicopters out of.
Gotcha.
It
was,
there.
Like I said, it was just a block. Like there was barely. Once you got past a couple of businesses that had like windows shattered or like just things broken.
Just like a couple blocks, really. That was it.
One block. Really,
One block. Wow.
The media just portrayed it as like, oh, the whole city's burning down and everyone's rioting. They weren't.
So the high schoolers were on the scene and exposed the mass media, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Because like
Is that what you got the award for?
No, I got an award for sports broadcasting.
Oh, high school sports?
Yeah. So pretty much we had like a media, in our media group in high school, it was 3 things you can go into: radio, TV, and video editing.
Oh, yeah.
I picked radio because
I'd love to do radio, yeah.
I mean, I've got a face for radio, so you don't
I've
see
heard
it.
that.
It's great. And people can't bully you because they don't see your face.
People in this room can't bully you.
If you didn't see this and you heard it, it's great. But
I just want to be a shock jock. That'd be great.
so our whole thing was our teacher wanted us to turn in like 2 assignments a week. And I was turning in 5.
Never at Glendale. I think I turned in my final. That was it.
Well, we
I
had
think you fucked us on that because we actually had to turn in assignments.
Oh, I
every
definitely
week.
fucked you.
So you old assholes.
Oh, yeah,
you
because we were
screwed us.
Baxley's first year, so
Yeah.
she was figuring out the ropes.
We had to do one every week or 2.
yeah,
It was fun though. I got to leave all the time.
Yeah.
we had to turn in 2 assignments a week, and I was pretty much turning in the equivalent of like 4 or 5 because I would
How do you mean? Like it was enough content?
Yeah, so I would do interviews. I talked to players and coaches. I had a weekly wrap up. I had my own talk show and my own podcast. And I would do all the
wow.
I do all the record. I mean, it's a high school, so it's not much to talk about in high school. So it's
Still, but that's a lot for a science. I mean, you were getting graded on that shit.
yeah. My teacher stopped grading. She was like, "I'm just going to give you an A. I can't
Yeah.
keep grading this kind
That's
of
what
stuff."
happened, but it was kind of like the opposite. It's like, hey, you're gonna graduate soon, and I need you out of here.
And so yeah, I do like all my recording Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday I would do my my radio show in the morning time from like 10:30 till 11:20.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the rest of the day, Thursday, we had like a little, pretty much like a janitor's closet in the classroom, and I would
The gentleman's club,
yeah.
similar. This is a very.
We had that too at
We
Glendale.
also had that room.
Yeah, it was like a tiny little room with like a desk in it.
That's
and
where I'd go and get drunk and pass out, and wouldn't get caught because nobody looked in there.
I would do all my editing in there. Like I literally would just have like my headphones on, the MacBook that was provided for the classroom.
Fucking MacBook, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, we remember we got all those brand new iMacs, and they didn't last too.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, we had like a cart, and I remember mine was 44 because like me and my friend had the same one, and so
So you had to share it. It doesn't sound what.
we had to share it through each class.
Oh, okay.
Take it out during your class, plug it back in the next class, use it. There's like 7 users on it.
Ugh, nerds.
So
Losers.
sorry,
Too much
man.
structure in this class.
And I do all my editing Thursday, and I turn it in on Friday. And our teacher saw some like competitions going on for like in-state and out-of-state.
Mm-hmm.
So she turned in all my assignments to the in-state one and the out-of-state stuff. And every March, from my junior year to like just my last 2 years of high school, they had like this thing called IBS, and I know you're thinking
Irritable bowel syndrome. I definitely was thinking irritable bowel syndrome.
It's like
Is that what your award is for?
It's like Interscholastic Broadcasting Associates or something like that.
ISB,
IBS,
Inter Broadcasting Scholastics.
something like that.
I think it's Interscholastic Broadcasting, which would be ISB.
That's what it should have been, but well, we got some.
They're in Rentner, dude.
But I think you got a different award.
They're at Rentner High School. They made it up.
Yeah, dude, this is a big charade.
Yeah, I was in New York, so the school somehow, I don't know how we got the money.
And this is the time you went to New York, I guess. This
Yeah.
is one of the times, yeah.
So my junior year, they took 6 of us, and I was one of them because I was a finalist in like 6 categories.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came in there. I didn't win number 1 for anything. I won like top 3 every single time. I was like, this is cool, but I want to win number 1. Like I don't like being third. I like being first. And then my senior year, we did it again. But early on in the senior year, Mizzou has this broadcasting award ceremony that they do down there sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
So I won number 1 in Missouri for an interview I did for like a Thanksgiving special.
With who? Ray Barone?
It's actually my baseball coach at the time.
Oh,
It was really cool because
Ray Barone would have been cool. You know, he was a big sports writer.
we had like one of those like microphones with like a microphone facing
Joe Buck.
that way and that way.
Yeah.
I would never interview Joe Buck. I think I'd lose my mind.
No, I'd pull his hair out.
Stop talking. I don't have enough room on this file.
Yikes, folks. Whoa.
We will see you tomorrow night. No, you won't, Joe.
Shut the fuck up.
You're
Joe.
not coming
You're
back.
not your dad.
Never will you be. But so yeah,
Probably made more money though. Definitely made more money.
probably absolutely did.
But Jack
Then
worked
your
for
baseball coach for
Jack
sure
worked
made more
for-
money.
The high school definitely. I'd say Jack Bucks definitely. Joe Bucks made a lot more than your high school baseball coach.
I think he makes more in a day than my coach makes in a year.
Yeah, probably. Spins it on
Probably more
airplanes.
every hour.
Probably.
If you want to break it down that far.
How much are you making an hour?
So you didn't win in New York, so you went to Mizzou.
I didn't win in New York my first year. So
Who won?
uh,
You know his name? I bet you know
Guarantee
his
he
name.
knows his name.
Yeah.
I don't
Just say you're going minute by minute through your high school career. You know this guy's name.
he went to a Chicago school. That's all I know.
Oh,
That's all he'll say.
Chicago got him. Capone's boy.
God, yeah. We don't talk about Capone like that, right?
So the next year for my senior year, we went to Mizzou. I won that award, and then I found out I was finalist again in like 10 categories this time, and I was like,
Wow.
I've got to win something.
Scorsese over here.
I was like, please, Lord.
10 nominations.
They're all for like little stuff though, nothing too crazy. Like
Made it to class on time.
Got an A.
Yeah. Most content put out for free.
most editing hours put in.
Yeah. 10th user on a MacBook.
7th profile.
Plugged in MacBook after finished.
Continuous times to plugging in and recharging his MacBook.
So I had the podcast and the radio show, and so whenever we went into those categories,
What was your podcast? Like a high school sports podcast?
yeah. So
For just your school or for like?
so it was my school and who my school played against. So like I'd read the scores. I was pretty much like an ESPN top 10.
He was Joe Buck.
Rephrase that. I was pretty much an ESPN top 10.
I was ESPN top 10.
That's what it sounded like. I'll tell you what, my podcast in high school, I was basically ESPN top 10.
ESPN quality.
Did you? Yeah. I mean,
So like I would do like all the scores from every single game from every sport that we played, and then I point out what specific players did in the game and who we played against, how their team played.
what year was this?
2017.
Oh my God. Dude. I graduated 2009. None of this makes this is starting to make a lot more
11, baby.
sense. I was like, dude, your school's way ahead of mine.
Yeah. We didn't have none of that shit.
I was like, dude, we're still recording on tape.
Yeah, we were.
Turn the VCR on and record it again.
Mini DVs.
We finally had USB plugs in my senior year.
Oh yeah, we were recording on mini DV the whole. I've got a whole
Yeah.
bag full of mini DVs from high school.
Yeah.
I got to get them converted before they disintegrate or whatever
That'd probably be smart.
the film does. Yeah, I mean it's getting old. So
But yeah, so we flew out there. It was like it's a 3-day expo type thing where the first day you spent learning all the new things, learning the people you're there with, because colleges are there too, and they want to meet the high school kids to recruit them to come to their program.
the second day you port chicks from the other schools, right? Right?
That night.
Actually, they promised me that the last night, and then we left early.
Had to go to my room.
Yeah, I won too many awards.
So yeah, my school had like 50 nominees into the actual thing. And for every nomination you get, there's an award automatically. It's like a participation trophy. It's fucking stupid.
Can you repeat what you just said?
Participation trophy?
There you go. Thank you.
Okay. And then, so yeah, they start going through like these little categories and calling off who wins and everything else. And the person who calls it off, who like says who won the award and everything else, he's like one of the main directors there. Well, he's also the principal of the school that won.
Conflict of interest. I see where this is going. You got Scrooged.
First year, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they
There's a
won
whole
like,
other year you have to tell about?
I'm telling you right now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you right
Dude,
now.
I feel
Sorry,
like I went
everyone.
to high school.
Fuck. I didn't know Demetri was telling us about his whole entire 4 years in high school.
Anyways, the next year I came back.
These are
and
glory years. Let's be nice.
I'm only 4 years out. Okay, give me a break, old man.
That is so insane to me.
Yeah.
My bad. You two
We
are
just had our
ancient.
10-year reunion.
Oh,
just
that
had
was
ours.
years ago. Yeah, that was 2000. That was 2019. That was before COVID. I had a high
Ours
school
just
reunion.
happened. Saturday, actually.
Did you go?
No, I was at
No,
work.
I didn't fucking go.
You have a job. But
Gator did actually.
yeah, so like they go do the awards thing, and then I won one of the country for one of them, and
Nice.
I was just happy enough to win that, and then went home.
Put that on the old resume.
I tried to when I got here.
Nobody
I
gave a shit.
I asked to see it before he came here.
Yeah. All right. Now I know you said you got this.
They're still up somewhere.
Your mom's house.
the schools. Okay, get off my back.
The school wouldn't let you have it.
School kept all the trophies.
I believe it, honestly.
Thanks to the new people that are tuning in right now, by the way.
Do we got new people tuning in?
New
I think we have
people.
people leaving.
Well, we're going up and down. We're going up and down.
Oh.
We got new people coming in.
We got a
But yeah,
late
we
feed.
got to get like another double
Welcome
bag
to
for like
Demetri's high school life
Yeah, we
story.
got some more high school stories here.
we are going to be here for a minute.
I got a lot of them.
I had glory days, damn it. But yeah, I came back and won it and then graduated. So I tried to come down here to be on air and get like.
We'll work for KY3?
I wanted to work for like some of the radio stations in town. I was
yeah.
I'll do free internship, and they turned me down because I didn't have a associate's degree.
You kind of have to go to college for that.
I didn't know that. I was like,
You
I
didn't know
Demetrius
you
thought he was like,
didn't-
I got
you-
this award. Let me.
Can I work here?
I literally worked.
I get this?
Can I work here or
I
something?
like called all.
I don't have the actual thing the school keeps it, but can I work here?
I called all the rest. I called all the radios in town. I was like, hey, is anyone looking for like a internship or
Well,
something?
now, a radio intern is an interesting position.
At the ripe age of 17.
Ripe for rape.
I was like, anything,
Radio rape.
I was like, anything y'all got down here, and just no. So that's when I started working in restaurants, and then
Natural progression of things. And now look at you here. You're back on the radio.
I know, right?
You're here now. We made it.
I'm calling my high school, telling them I
made
made it.
Right?
I know you guys don't remember me, but if you go in that bookcase, y'all got still.
Yeah.
My name's in there. Like
You gave
5
me a
times.
first place trophy.
Yeah.
It's on my wall
Actually,
still.
I need that for the store.
I need to tell them I actually did it. Can I just have it back for like?
I know it says it's a group award, but I promise I was a part of the group.
Swear to
Here's
God.
my picture. I'm right there. Yeah, no, I loved it. It was.
Yeah, media ruled. I really did enjoy it. I took too much advantage of the
Leaving school.
leaving school.
Me too.
And not having to do anything.
Yeah.
I zoomed a camera. Sorry, Miss Baxley, if you're listening. I zoomed a camera. Remember when one of the GL2s didn't work? I zoomed it straight in the sun and fried the lens because I thought it'd be a really cool shot. Because like I'll zoom.
Is the sun.
No, I was like, I'll zoom out from the sun and then your face will be there. But it required me zooming straight in the sun first and then I fried the lens. Don't care.
Don't care.
Statute of limitations.
Way past that
Sue
now.
me.
We found the right spot.
And then I remember being like, why doesn't this camera work? And I go, I don't know. You should send it in, though. It's like, yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know where that camera doesn't work. It's
That's
Media,
weird.
media basically gave me the way to not ever be in math class.
Yeah. Well, it took up quite a bit of the year, and
Yeah,
it was
like,
a whole
Math class didn't want to be there, and media gave me the perfect outing of it.
Yeah, I took full advantage. Well, even Ben got lucky. He was in there all 4 years of high school.
Yeah,
He
so we
managed
can only
to-
be in there 2 years.
Now,
Yeah, it's only 2 years now.
Oh,
But
damn.
it has to be your junior and your senior year.
that blows. I
Yeah.
was in sophomore, junior, senior, I think, and Ben was in sophomore or all 4 years.
Like I said, you guys fucked us.
No, yeah,
So-
they definitely rewrote the rules out. We were so goddamn bad. I mean, a good portion was spent drunk.
Because you remember the
in the janitor's closet.
you
drunk.
guys
Mr. Bone, remember
you
Mr.
guys
Bone?
you guys started the like the office skits, didn't you? For that,
No,
where you
I
filmed it next to the
no, all I would do is
Miss
just
Morris's.
recreate skits from my favorite movies. So we
Yeah.
did Office Space where I destroyed the printer, and we just
Yeah.
did scene for scene on that. And the Memories video, I recreated the scene from Dumb and Dumber, which, and I didn't realize, and I was really upset when it happened, why it was taken apart, and they wouldn't let me show it. But I didn't realize it was a rape scene when I was watching it. When I was so naive. But we recreated scene for scene the sea bass scene in Dumb and Dumber,
Yeah.
where he meets him in the bathroom and he looks at the clock and everything, goes, wah, wah, and then like makes him blow him or whatever. I never really understood the blowing aspect of that. I just thought it was like he beat his ass or something. But
Yeah, I was on the Memories video too at the end of the year for something that I don't even know how they got a hold of it, but they did. But me and Hayden Pope were in the like the back gym that no one fucking uses.
practice gym, yeah.
Yeah, so we were back there and we were recording a video, and I started fucking with the shot clocks,
Okay.
and I triggered the shot clock, and I had no idea how to turn it off. So I was just sitting there, it was like, and in the video, I'm like, as soon as I hit it, me and Hayden both were like, like we
Hit the
froze.
floor.
And I started pressing every fucking button, and I was like,
That's a good way
trying
to
to turn
stop.
it off. Yeah, and then we finally got it off, and they put that on the fucking Memories video.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny
Well,
to look back
those
on.
mini DV tapes, they never go away.
Yeah, like me and Hayden Pope worked together for like basically a whole entire senior year. Like we were good at it, and he was really good at it. And I mean, he taught me stuff on how to edit videos.
Well,
and
it's
things
crazy
like that.
how all this stuff's so antiquated now. Like, I mean, to do what we're doing right now, then would have required weeks of work.
Yeah,
just an insane amount of effort between uploading the transferring it to digital, from analog to digital, doing that, and then.
What did you guys
editing.
use to like edit stuff on whenever you were in like media?
Well, we used iMovie for a while.
yeah,
and then
which
they
is
forced
extremely
us.
fucking hard to use.
Well, they forced us out of that, and then they forced us into Final Cut, which was even harder.
Final Cut got harder.
We had to use GarageBand.
Oh, really? You were winning awards with GarageBand?
Yeah.
Editing video?
Video.
I would think audio would be like the
Well,
podcast
I
stuff.
was in radio, so like I said,
Oh,
the radio
okay.
version, I had to use
Yeah, that would
GarageBand
make
the
sense
entire
for
time.
just
But-
whatever the basic, like you didn't use Audition or what's
No, I
the
just
Mac? Final? No, not Final Cut.
iMovies?
No, the Mac version of the. It doesn't matter.
Video editing stuff.
There was a program that Logic. Logic was the Apple version of it was a higher quality recording program that I pirated all the time.
That's stolen.
Oh, this is the only video. This is the only audio, like programming I ever paid for because I had to have it.
GarageBand was fun, but I hated using it because it was just like those like random beats that you had to like look up and like
I made
listen to
some sick beats.
Every single one of them, you're like, oh god, now I gotta lower this so you can hear my voice.
Right, to big section them off.
Like whenever you had to zoom in on your like little voice, like,
Right.
So you stop talking to like try to merge
Throw a
it,
voiceover or whatever on.
try to like
Yeah.
merge it, and so it sounds like you're still talking, like you didn't take a deep breath to restart. I remember so many times pressing that record button and then like messing up words and just being like, we're just gonna cut that out later and go again.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It was just trying to read from a script that you had pulled up and like the two multi scenes, like multi windows that you could pull up.
Yeah.
Have like your split screen.
Right.
Trying to read it and like talk at the same time and like.
Oh yeah.
Which is, I hated doing that kind of stuff because like you just have to like zoom in and like, and I messed up there, delete that, messed up here.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Well, folks, I gotta get an early morning, so let's cut this off. We've done about an hour and 40 minutes, so
We're good.
All right.
we'll do it again next week, boys.
Next Sunday,
All right.
we can do it. Take it easy, y'all.
Yeah. Bye bye.
We'll be back.